Braves Country. I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. "That ain't my style," said Casey. "Strike one," the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. "Kill him! Kill the umpire!" shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner. Hey Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show Braves Country today just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Lineup for yesterday by Ogden Ash. A is for Alex, the great Alexander. More goose eggs he pitched than a popular gander. B is for Bresnahan, back of the plate. The Cubs were his love and McGraw his hate. C is for Cobb, who grew spikes not corn, and made all the basemen wish they weren't born. D is for Dean, the grammatical diz. When they asked who's the tops, said correctly I is. E is for Evers, his jaw in advance, never afraid to tinker with chance. F is for Fordham, and Frankie and Fish. I wish he were back with the Giants, I wish. G is for Gehrig, the pride of the stadium, his record pure gold, his courage pure radium. H is for Hornsby. When pitching to Raj, the pitcher would pitch, then the pitcher would dodge. I is for me, not a hard-hitting man, but an outstanding all-time, incurable fan. J is for Johnson, the big train in his prime, was so fast he could throw 3 strikes at a time. K is for Keeler, as fresh as green paint, the fastest and mostest to hit where they ain't. L is for LaHoy, whom Clevelanders love, Napoleon himself with glue in his glove. M is for Matty, who carried a charm in the form of an extra brain in his arm. N is for Newsom, Bobo's favorite Ken. You ask how he's here, he talked himself in. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stay put. P is for Plank, the arm of the A's. When he tangled with Matty, games lasted for days. Q is for Don Quixote, Cornelius Mack. Neither Yankees nor years can halt his attack. R is for Ruth, to tell you the truth. There's no more to be said, just R is for Ruth. S is for Speaker, swift center field tender. When the ball saw him coming, it yelled, I surrender. T is for Terry, the giant from Memphis, whose 400 average you can't overemphasize. U would be Ubel if Carl wore a Cockney, but we say Hubble in baseball like football in Rockney. V is for Vance, the Dodgers' very own Dazzy. None of his rivals could throw as fast as he. W, Wagner, the bow-legged beauty, short, close to all traffic with Honus on duty. X is the first of 2 X's in Fox, who was right behind Ruth with his powerful socks. Y is for Young, the magnificent Cy. People battled against him, but I never knew why. Z is for Zenith, the summit of fame. These men are up there. These men are the game. Lineup for yesterday, Ogden Ash, January 1949, Sport Magazine. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee 2024. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavin. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM Magee, 2024. Hey Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Join the Country Club today. The first month is free. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. You'll also get instant access to our video drops. Members-only chat, wallpapers, and more is on the way. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today.
You're in Braves Country.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. How the hell is everybody? As we are getting set for pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Want to put the lineup there first so everybody can get a look at what's going on with the lineup, as your Atlanta Braves are going to face another right-hander, but they're going to put Adam Duvall into the lineup. And oddly enough, he's going to hit in front of the left-hander, Michael Harris. I still don't get this strategy, but it is what it is. Their computers print stuff out and spit stuff out that don't necessarily make sense. And maybe that's why we're not scoring a whole heck of a lot of runs, because they're worried too much about that, not doing common sense like putting the left-hander up in front. But regardless, this is the lineup we're going with today. And you see it's your basic lineup: Acuna, Ozzie, Riley, Olson, Ozuna, and then it'll be Duvall and then Harris for those of y'all listening on radio that cannot see the screen. After that, Arcia will bat eighth, and Chadwick Tromp is getting the start behind home plate, giving Travis d'Arnaud the day off. Of course, d'Arnaud would be available for any kind of pinch hitting duties, or if once again this game started creeping towards extra innings, Travis may go in and catch that. But hopefully we can get in and out of this game and get the guys on their way to Los Angeles, as that's going to be the game, the series of the weekend that everybody's looking forward to. But you don't want to go in there off of a sweep to the Mariners. So that's item number 1 today, as we will change the screen now. Hello, how are you? Please smash that like button and subscribe today. All right, so what we're going to be looking at today with this game, Emerson Hancock, I've not seen him pitch. I've seen only clips, so it would be disingenuous for me to give some kind of a breakdown on Hancock and how I expect him to pitch today, because I've looked at his numbers, and he's had some good outings. He's had some bad outings. His most recent outing was pretty good. The one thing that does jump out at me is that he doesn't have a huge whiff rate, though he does get some strikeouts, not a lot of swing and miss, which to me, that spells for trouble against this Atlanta Braves offense, or the lineup that the Braves are putting out today, because you got guys who are going to hit the ball hard if they're able to make contact, and hopefully the Braves can finally crack through. What does concern us as Braves fans, as we've watched this over and over and over again, the Braves just don't tend to score a lot of runs during the daytime. And it is a 1:40 local time, or actually 12:40 local time first pitch, 3:40 here on the East Coast. And so whether or not we're going to go through another really, really low scoring affair, it is very possible that is the case. And if that is the case, one thing we do know is that we would have Iglesias available to us tonight, or this afternoon, this evening, however you want to look at it. So that's the plus side. And depending on how the rest of it shakes out, you probably don't have the services of Jesse Chavez, because he went 2 innings yesterday, but the majority of the rest of your bullpen would be good to go. I think they would probably give AJ Minter another day off and get him set for the Dodgers series, because of all the left-handed bats that the Dodgers have. To me, it would be more advantageous to make sure that he's ready to roll. If it's a game that gets out of hand one way or the other, you're probably talking about Aaron Bummer. You'll probably get some Dylan Lee into this game in certain situations, and you'll probably end up leaning on most likely Pierce Johnson, most likely Jimenez would probably get another. I think what they would love to do, if they do have to use Iglesias to end the game, they would love to rest Jimenez and Minter for the Dodgers series. But your hand might be forced. You don't want to get swept. And with Chris Sale on the mound, I feel like this is a perfect time to go after this game against the youngster Hancock. Hopefully the Braves can get to some early runs and get out in front of the Mariners and make them play catch up. And that's something we haven't really been able to do in this series. We had the 1-0 lead, and that's it. That's it. We had the 1-0 lead in a game where both teams were pitching no hitters deep into the ball game. So we really haven't been able to flex what is our muscles as far as being able to score runs. We ran into 2 very good starting pitchers. And then, though we have gotten some knocks off of their bullpen, the good thing is most likely the closer, I can't imagine Munoz would be available for Seattle today. He went 2 innings. Normally that means they'd shut him down today and wait and refire him back up on the weekend. So that's an advantage. And the fact that we would have our closer available is an advantage. That really only comes into play if it's an extremely close game down the stretch. Hopefully the Braves can get out there and get some runs scored. If you're looking at the overall numbers today and what's being projected, you've got the Braves are minus 175 on the money line. The over-under in this game, once again, is expected to be low. It's 7.5. That's a pretty low over-under for folks who don't follow that. And so they're talking about a total of 8 runs or 7 runs, give or take, to be your final. I'd say most people are probably banging the under. But I do think the Braves offense, I can't imagine that they're going to stay down 3 days in a row. So the roof is open. The sun is shining in Seattle. Whether that helps or hurts the Braves offense, I think the first time through the lineup, we're going to see some adjustments being made to the second time through the lineup, and the Braves will get to Hancock. And give me the Braves to win this one. A lower scoring affair, but going away. Give me the Braves to actually go out there and win this one. I'll take a 5-1, and that way we don't even need to use eyeglasses, and we can close the game out maybe with Pierce Johnson or whatnot. All right, let's go ahead and step aside. We are just about ready for first pitch. Chris Sale's warming up. The Braves are warming up. And we'll get you the lineups and all that jazz and get to roll call when we come back. Keep it locked in here on Braves Country Radio. Pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves.
Like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same 3 criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. 3 run homer. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And Mr. Crumble comes
Braves country.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Fuss. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is T-Mobile Park in Seattle, Washington, where we're set to bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac Magee. Here are your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing right field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's got 1 home run, 6 RBI, 13 stolen bases, batting .245. Batting second, playing second, Ozzie Albies, 2 home runs, 18 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .333. Austin Riley, batting third, playing third. He has a .226 average with 2 home runs, 14 RBI. Matt Olson, first base, and batting cleanup, 3 home runs, 15 RBI, a .202 average. Your designated hitter and batting fifth is Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna has a .327 average, 9 home runs, and 31 RBI. Getting a start in left field and batting sixth, it's Adam Duvall. Duvall has 2 home runs, 8 RBI, batting .238. Michael Harris, the second, will be patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. He has 3 home runs, a .304 average, 13 RBI, 5 stolen bases. Orlando Arcia batting eighth and playing short. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, batting .276. Batting ninth and behind home plate for your Atlanta Braves, it's Chadwick Tromp. He's 7 of 26 on the year, a .269 clip, and 6 RBI. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Chris Sale day. Sale comes in 3-1 with a 3.69 ERA, a shiny 0.92 whip, 31 2/3 innings pitched, 33 strikeouts versus 7 walks and 22 hits allowed, 4 home runs given up. He'll be going head-to-head with Emerson Hancock. Hancock 3-2 with a 5.06 ERA, a 1.13 whip, 26 2/3 innings, 25 hits, 19 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 5 home runs given up. Going to bat for the Seattle Mariners at the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Julio Rodriguez in center field with 1 home run, 11 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .256. Mitch Haniger batting second and playing right, 4 homers, 18 RBI, a .228 average. Jorge Polanco is the second baseman and batting third. He has 4 home runs, 10 RBI, batting .170 with 1 stolen base. Cal Raleigh is the designated hitter with 6 home runs, 13 RBI, batting .227. Ty France is batting fifth and playing first. 2 homers, 8 RBI, batting .242. Dylan Moore, the shortstop, batting sixth with a .193 clip, a home run, 4 RBI, 5 stolen bases. Luis Urias is batting seventh and playing third. 2 homers, 7 RBI, batting .161. Sam Haggerty is in left field. He's 0 for 2 on the season. Zavala is behind home plate, 3 for 21 on the year, a .143 clip with 1 RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate today for Braves versus Mariners Game 3 of a 3-game set, it's Nick Lentz. Home plate umpire is Emil Jimenez. Second base umpire, Lance Barkdale. And down the third base line, it's Gabe Morales. Game time temperatures will be 56 degrees at first pitch, partly sunny. Atlanta Braves come in 19-9 on the year. Seattle Mariners 17-13. Your Atlanta Braves are -175 on the money line. The over-under is 7.5. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. It's Braves Mariners Game 3 of a 3-game set. Braves trying to bounce back from a 2-game losing streak, their first of 2024. Country Club members, warm up those tomahawks. Get your game face on, Braves Country. Good afternoon, Braves Country.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah! Roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Time for a little bit of roll call here on Braves Country. See who we have in the chat already. Welcome, Country Club members. I see Envy. I see Jesse. I see Russell. Eli. Also in Braves Country, we see Travis. We see Peyton. And hopefully, we see a lot more. There's Red Rum. How the hell is everybody? Hope y'all are ready for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. But I went ahead and broke out the Slump Buster hat during the break to hopefully we get off the schneid here for Braves versus Seattle Mariners. First 2-game losing streak of the year. And, tip of the cap to the Mariners. They've got a good starting pitching staff. And that's what we've ran into. Good afternoon, push-in buttons. Great to see you. Also, we see Butters and Bug77. Good to see y'all. Wherever y'all listening to in Braves Country, we are coming to you live in the scene today is Seattle. It looks like the roof will be open, and we should be able to hopefully get into a couple of balls here. The Braves have just not put good swings on the bat in this lineup so far against his pitching staff so far. It's been kind of a rough going here as we begin this road stand. We're 2 games in. It's going to be a 6-game road stand, or road trip, I guess I should call it, we're going to end up finishing it off in Los Angeles against the Dodgers, and that begins Friday night. Your Atlanta Braves today in the Seattle-Washington sunshine. They're wearing their classic grays head to toe, Atlanta on the chest, tomahawk underneath, blue ball caps with the white A. Seattle, they are going with their home uniforms with the white pants and the blue tops. Seattle in silver, outlined in green. The blue cap with the Seattle Mariner logo with the big S. And we are just about set as Emerson Hancock is firing up his last warm-up pitches. And if you're looking at what he is going to bring to the table today, Hancock throws a 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer typically, a two-seamer that they categorize as a sinker, but it's got two-seam action. I've looked at the video on it. It'll drift away from you as opposed to just drop down. And that comes in at just about 93. So it's a little hard to decipher which one he's bringing to you. The change will come in around 87. He uses that about 21% of the time. And then his slider, mid-80s, he'll use that in about 18%. So four main pitches that he uses: the four-seam, the two-seam, the change, and the slider. So really a classic repertoire for a starting pitcher. Kind of a throwback. Normally nowadays all the guys you see have the sweeper involved, but he does not. So we are just about set. Ron Acuna Jr. digs in, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is swung on, fouled straight back, 94 miles an hour, belt high. It's 0-1. Game starting at 12:41 local time. The 0-1, righty, pitch on the way, swung on, pops that back foul, 94, letter high, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Nothing, your score. The pitch from Hancock. Swing! Fouls it straight back again. We'll do it again. So he's brought three four-seamers back to start off Ronald. Like we said, he likes to go to that change sinker, and the slider is his wipeout pitch. The 0-2 on the way. Caught, looking, strike three, change up, froze him. One away. The hind catcher, Savala, I noticed he tapped his glove on the ground. You wonder if they were playing some kind of a mind game with Acuna, if he was paying attention to that, was looking for something low. But instead, you got a backwards K to start the day. The first pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is swung on and fouled off out of play. It's 0-1. 95 miles an hour. See some latecomers into the chat. Good afternoon, Tommy and JL. Nathaniel, a country club member. Jesse. The 0-1 pitch. Up high, just misses. 1-1. Jesse listening at work in Lawrenceville. Braves nothing. Mariners nothing. The 1-1. Swing and pops it back foul. That looked like the slider just got underneath it. Knocked it back into the stands. It's 1-2. Doesn't appear to be a very big crowd on hand here in Seattle. A lot of empty seats. Of course, they could just be filing in. 12:40 local time. The 1-2 pitch. Up high. 2-2. Ozzie steps in with a .333 average. 2 home runs. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and fouled straight back, 95. He's pretty much going up and down with the batters so far. The 2-2 to Ozzie. Pitch on the way from Hancock. Outside, wide, slider misses. Ball 3, 3-2. So a full count to the Wiz. Nobody on, one out. Austin Riley stands on deck in the hole. It's Matt Olson. The payoff pitch on the way inside, ball 3. Ball almost got him. Either way, odds is headed on down to first. We've got a leadoff runner here. We've got a one-out runner here in the first inning. Runner on base. To get things going here in the top of the first inning. Did y'all see that brouhaha last night between the Brewers and the Rays? As the first pitch on the way, fastball off the plate wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. Austin Riley, batting .226 on the year. The 1-0 to Austin on the way, down below the knees, 2-0. When I saw that fight break out, I was thinking, man, that looks like the Braves offense here recently. A lot of swinging and missing. They were flailing at each other. Nobody made any contact. I still don't understand what started that whole thing, because the 2-0 pitch, outside wide, ball 3, 3-0. There had to have been some prior beef between those two, because Jose Siri hit a home run, for those who missed it. He didn't really Cadillac, not to today's standard. He didn't do a whole lot. He went around the bases. The 3-0 pitch misses outside. 4-pitch walk, and there goes Austin Riley down to first. We got 2 walks to get us going here. Mariners pitching coach Rodriguez is going to go out there and talk to him real quick. Yeah, back to that Milwaukee Rays fight. Siri hit a home run early in the game. Then he came back up, and they put one right on his back leg on a 3-0 count. It looked pretty intentional. They were set up inside. And there was beef, and then they threw the manager out. I thought it was a strange event because he hit him in the lower leg. Normally guys get thrown out if they're going up high on him. Then Siri grounded out in the 8th inning, and as he was touching first and turning back to go to the dugout, he and Uribe, the closer, got into it, and then that's when the fist started flying. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is a swing and a miss strike. Right down the pipe, it's 0-1. But no, it looks a lot better if you see the video from afar. When you see it up close, it was much to do about nothing. Hancock steps off the mound for a second. Braves got runners on first and second. 1 out. Matt Olson, man, does he do. The 0-1 to Matty. Swing and a miss up top, sinker. It's 0-2. Standing on deck is Marcell Ozuna. If they can keep it going, it would be Adam Duvall. He is playing left field today. Kelnick getting the day off. Tromp giving Travis d'Arnaud the day off. He's batting 9th. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Just misses outside wide, 1-2. That would have been a strike last night. Was looking at Nick Lentz's numbers. He normally calls a pretty tight strike zone. So we may get a higher scoring game today because of it. The 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Swatted back foul. We'll do it again. Matt Olson hitting just .202 with a .702 OPS. The only ones with the lower OPS in the lineup than Olson today is Acuna and Riley. The 1-2 on the way to Olson. Hancock comes set. The pitch. Caught, looking, strike 3. Slider just drifted in there and kissed the side of the plate. Olson could not swing the bat. He's shaking his head going back to the dugout. He knows that's on him. You got to swing the bat there. Too many of our guys here, they're in their own heads. We've seen this all week long, where they're taking that third pitch strike, and you got to just kind of clear your mind up there and realize with 2 strikes, just make contact. So that'll bring Ozuna to the plate. Ozuna takes a whiff at the first pitch, swing and a miss, slider off the edge. It's 0-1. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Tigers down the Cardinals today 4-1. That's the first game in the books. The 0-1. Righty, pitch in the dirt. 1-1. Now, you could see a thing where Hancock, though he's at a high pitch count already, he could be pitching around Marcel with Adam Duvall on deck. Not that Adam Duvall is an automatic out by any stretch of the imagination. But you're talking about choosing the lesser of two evils. The 1-1 pitch on the way in the dirt. Changeup gets away, but not far enough for the runners to advance. 2-1. Ozzie is on second. Anything that gets down to the outfield should score. Anything in the gap, Riley should score. He doesn't have the greatest speed, but he is a good base runner. Cuts those bases well. He gets those long strides going. He gets trucking. The 2-1 pitch, outside wide, ball 3-1. This afternoon, you've got the Angels and Phillies finishing up their series. That starts in a little bit. We'll keep you up to date on that all afternoon. Braves lead the Phillies a game and a half. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. It's 3-2. Excuse me, a half game. They're 2 losses in front of the Phillies. The Phillies have one more win. So technically, we're a half game in front of Philadelphia. Love to get some breathing room, get a win here, and get the Phillies to get the loss. They're heading back to play San Fran while we're going to L.A. to play the Dodgers. Full count to Ozuna. Righty the pitch. Runners on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty changeup down below the hands. Got him swinging. That'll end the inning. Braves put a couple on, but can't get them across. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Hey, to all the people out there leaving posters for their lost cats, cats don't get lost. Your cat left you.
Here's to you, Mr. Robinson, Frank Robinson, one of the most underrated players of all time. When he retired in 1976, he ranked 4th on the all-time home run list behind only Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays. He won the American League Triple Crown in 1966. Since, only 2 other players have accomplished this feat. Despite pitching dominating the 60s, he led the league in OPS plus 4 times during that time frame. In 1966, his OPS plus would reach 198, telling you he was twice as productive as the average player during that time. Some players said he was as likely to barrel into second base to break up a double play as he was to hit a home run. On the biggest stage, he thrived, hitting 10 home runs and slugging .532 in just 35 games. He was also named the 1966 World Series MVP. Over his 21-year career, he won Rookie of the Year, 2 MVP awards, 1 Triple Crown, and a Gold Glove, to go along with his World Series and All-Star Game MVP awards and his Manager of the Year award in 1989. Simply put, he could do it all.
I have my period, I have a headache.
You don't have your period.
You know if I got my period or not.
Oh, wow, you definitely have it. That's the attitude that Dad talks about.
Fooled me completely. I saw everything that was good in him. He was wonderful with common people. He knew the first names of the people who rolled out the tarp. He knew little things about little people that an arrogant man shouldn't know and couldn't know in a way. On the other hand, he had at least 3 major flaws. He was an addictive gambler, he was an addictive womanizer, and he was absolutely a compulsive perfectionist about work. And all those things got him in trouble. In that sense, he is a tragic character in that he's a man who has a lot of good parts to him, but 1 or 2 or 3 bad areas of his life just ruined him.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Nothing, your score. Chris Sale goes to work. The first pitch of the afternoon for the conductor is right there for a strike, 94 miles an hour, right down the track. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty, pitch on the way. Swing, and that ball's belted deep into the upper deck, but plenty foul. Man, oh man alive, did he send that one sailing. The very top deck at T-Mobile Park is where that landed. That had to be every bit of 450 plus. The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit high, not very deep, into center field. Underneath it is Michael the Hawk Harris. He'll make the catch. 1 away. One down. That'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Haniger. Mitch Haniger batting .228 with a .677 OPS. Lefty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way. 93, did he go around? They're going to say he did. It's 0-1. Good afternoon, Tommy and Jillian and Willis. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. Kyle. Kiko TV. The 1-1. Sale kicks and fires, slider way outside, wide pitch out territory, 2-1. Mitch Haniger, 33-year-old from Mountain View, California, drafted by the Brewers out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in 2012. The 2-1, swing and a miss up top, 95 right down the pipe. It's 2-2. That's one of those places where you're not sure if it's made up or not until you see it in print. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I've heard of San Luis Obispo. I did not know that they had a Cal Poly college there as well. That not only that, they got a baseball team. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Pump 96 right down the track. The conductor with his first K of the day. Good pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 away. So the conductor will go back to work. Now it's Polanco from the right side. He's batting 170 on the year. Takes a frisbee slider right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Braves nothing, Mariners nothing. Bottom of the first inning. We head to L.A. to take on the Dodgers Friday night. The 0-1 swing and a miss. 94 out wide. It's 0-2. First pitch for that game. Get your coffee or whatever's going to keep you awake ready. 10:10 Friday night, Eastern time. The 0-2 pitch, outside wide slider misses. Well out of the zone, 1-2. Then we've got 9:10 on Saturday night, and Sunday we are going to bring that to you as well as a special broadcast. Normally don't do Sundays, but we are going to bring you the third game of that Sunday series, 4:10 first pitch. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Pulled the string on that one, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Chris Sale sailing along. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Today is the day. We're going to be a little less of a bitch. We're going to be a little more cool-headed. We're going to be a little more mild-mannered. I mean, probably not, but, you know, we can be hopeful.
People I know are starting to follow me. That's not good. If you know me in real life, I apologize in advance, because things are weird on here.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but go put that laundry in the dryer before you wind up leaving it too long and have to rewash it.
In every era of baseball history, there is one pitcher who stands above the rest. For over 4 decades, that pitcher was John Donaldson. With the Tennessee Rats, he went 44-3, including those wins were a 31 and a 27 strikeout performance. Buck O'Neil claimed he threw a slider 20 years before anyone else did. John McGraw once said he was the greatest he had ever seen. 73% of his starts resulted in a win. 92% of them ended in a complete game. He once threw a fastball so hard it broke his catcher's hand. How about we close this off with some stats? 413 wins, 5,091 strikeouts, and 2 perfect games. Without question, I believe Donaldson should be in the conversation for top pitchers of all time. What do you think? Is he one of the best of all time?
Why did the man fall down the well? Because he couldn't see that well.
Baseball, because of the sense of its continuity over the space of America and the time of America. This is a place where memory gathers. It's a place that we can return to. And it's a place that we can even imagine existing in the future. I think we have some hope that baseball might look like baseball 100 years from now.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Hancock is a four-seam fastball right down the pipe on the other edge. It's 0-1. Adam Duvall stands in. Adam getting the start in left field today. The 0-1. Looked like it missed a little bit outside, but he got the benefit of the doubt. 0-2. Duvall batting .238 with the .756 OPS. The 0-2. Swing and lifts it high, deep down the right field line, out of play. Do it again, 0-2. Braves nothing, Mariners nothing. Top of the first, swing and a miss up top. Strike three. Adam Duvall out on 3 pitches. He's not getting a lot of regular at bats, so you do wonder how hard that is for Adam, who's been an everyday player pretty much his whole career, how he's going to adjust to that. Michael Harris, the second, stands to the plate, and he takes a swing and a miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. The 0-1, righty-lefty, pitch on the way. Swung on, pops it up, easy out. Over by the second base side, making the catch is the shortstop Moore, 2 away. Michael, last week or so, really has given away a lot of at-bats down on first or second pitches. He might be starting to slump himself. So that'll bring Arcia to the plate. Arcia stands in from the right side. The first pitch on the way, swung on. That ball's lifted into center field. Good hard hit ball, but right into the glove of Julio Rodriguez. That was a very quick second inning. We'll be back in a flash.
Well, what are y'all doing? Screwing?
I don't play that. I was just mad. You know I ain't mean it. Because why would you put my dog up for adoption, Tawanda? You had to mean that. An hour ago, my granny was a bald head, but now you want to go get seafood. Girl, you. Because my granny got a full head of hair. You. If you mad, throw a shoe. Why you in here punching TVs? Go get your damn purse, because I just got that TV for Black Friday. You mean the world to me. I'll never do that again. You said that when you tried to hit me with your car at Target. You're out of control.
We're here at spring training. Let's check in on Anthony Rendon real quick.
That's never been a top priority for me. This is a job. So I do this to make a living. I don't want to talk to you guys at 7 in the morning or whatever time it is.
Do you want to like be here playing baseball?
I have answered your question. So why do you keep picking at it?
Oh, yeah, you technically answered it.
This ass wants to come out and say, I wouldn't wish this life on anybody. I went from almost laughing to this gentleman to now despising this man. I'm angry on behalf of anyone who actually goes to work, God forbid, 2 to 3 jobs to put food on the table and pay rent and make sure their kids have what they need to go to school and barely are getting by. That's the life I don't wish on somebody, you ass. Why would you say something this out loud on the day in which you are just now showing up for work for the beginning of the season? Read the room.
The fun of recalling something that you saw 5 days ago or 5 years ago or a lifetime ago, knowing that that's there to be plucked back into your life in an instant. Oh, God, that's rare.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love y'all.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way. It's a swing and a miss strike to Cal Raleigh. 0-1. Chris Sale going back to work. 12 pitches in that first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Slider just misses outside. Tried to get the frame, but didn't get the call. It's 1-1. Due up in this inning, Raleigh, France, Moore, the 4-5-6. The 1-1 fastball misses well inside, 2-1. Raleigh had to kind of dance out of the way of that one. The 2-1 from Sale. Swing and a miss. Change up, pulled the string on that one. Out in front. 2-2. So a 2-2 count, and Cal Raleigh will use his timeout. Braves nothing, Seattle nothing. Bottom of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch. Inside. Ball 3, 3-2. Raleigh batting .227 on the year. The payoff pitch from Sale. Caught, looking, strike 3. He knew it. Slider came in there Frisbee style and yacked him. One away. Good pitch. Third strikeout of the afternoon. First one looking by the conductor. So that'll bring Ty France to the plate, batting .242. The right-handed first baseman takes the first pitch high and out of the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. He's got a .645 OPS. Ty France, 29-year-old, out of Downey, California, drafted by the Padres in 2015. The 1-0. Swing and a miss out wide. 1-1. San Diego State Aztec is Tyler Lawrence France. 34th round in 2015. The 1-1 swung on, foul back out of play. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Lefty righty. The pitch from Sale. Winds up and delivers. Fastball misses outside wide, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Chris Sale comes set, kicks and fires. Swung on, that ball's up the middle, but right into the glove of Ozzie Albies. Defense was played perfectly right behind the bag. It's going to be a 4-3 putout. 2 away. Unless they change something between now and Friday, the Dodger series will be Morton, Elder, and Max Fried. First pitch on the way is outside wide. Called for a wide strike to Moore. He doesn't like it. Can't say I blame him. It's 0-1. We're going to miss Yamamoto. He's pitching tonight. I was hoping to get a chance to see him. The 0-1. Another outside strike getting the call. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Pitch on the way from Sale. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that'll end the inning. Chris Sale with 2 more strikeouts. 4 on the day. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Every day I get up and do housework. I do the dish. What's wrong with your face?
Because your audio doesn't match your video. It's quite perplexing. That's what my face does when it doesn't make sense.
If anybody can have you, what I'm supposed to do with you? You like a roach. You at everybody's house? Nah. You don't even know your worth. You giving yourself away for pennies on the dollar. Then you want to come to me acting priceless. Girl, God is going to love you unconditionally. And I love that for him. I love that for the Lord. However, my condition is, act like you're worth more than a hot and spicy.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines, react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I know so many times at the ballpark when I'm sitting with my kids, I look at them and their excited faces and the fact that they love baseball just like I do, and remember the days when I was at Ebbets Field with my own father, who died before they even had a chance ever to know him, and he was the most wonderful character, Michael Francis Aloysius Kearns, with this optimistic view of life. And I know that they know him through baseball, and sometimes when I close my eyes, it's almost as if he's there and not my kids, and then it all gets mixed up together. If there is a magic in baseball, I'm sure that's what it is.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way to Chadwick Tromp. It's right there at the knees, off the edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Tromp, righty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way, the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing! It hits high, not very deep into center field. Drifting over into left center, making the catch is Hoorod, and it's one down. One down. Tromp will head back to the dugout, and the top of the order will now flip over. Everybody getting their second look at Emerson Hancock. Braves got a rally going in the first inning, just couldn't get anyone across. It's been a constant theme. First pitch on the way. 95 down the track on the outer edge. It's 0-1. We knew we got spoiled last year with this offense, the way it just kept clicking and clicking, but you do expect with all this talent for the Braves offense to wake up in the very near future. The 0-1 misses high, four-seam fastball, 1-1. Phillies and Angels are underway. It's scoreless in the first. We'll keep you up to date on that. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, and that ball's rifled into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and it's a one-out single for your Atlanta Braves. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on, ready to roll. Good piece of hitting by Ronald. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Ozzie walked his first time up, reached second base. Braves had runners on first and second after back-to-back walks from Ozzie and Riley. Hancock's going to flip it over to first to keep Acuna close by. He's well underneath the tag. The 1-0. Acuna fakes like he's going but stays. Pitch is swung on, swatted back foul over the third base side into the stands. 1-1. Ozzie batting .333 on the year, 2 home runs, .910 OPS. The 1-1 from Hancock. Swung on, pops it up. That's going to be a can of corn over in the foul territory. Easily making the catch is the third baseman, Urias. 2 away. Just got underneath that pitch and skied it a mile high into the air. The only thing you wonder about that when that goes up, that sun is bright. There doesn't appear to be a cloud in the sky. I don't think Urias has any sunglasses on, so that could have been an issue, but it wasn't. So Austin Riley comes to the plate. Walked his first time up. Righty. The stepping off. Hancock looked like he was about to go towards plate, and then he stepped off. That was almost a balk. I think he caught himself just before he did. The first pitch on the way to Riley. Swung on. That ball's hammered into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. They were set up outside. A four-seamer drifted across the outer edge of the plate. Riley didn't miss it. He smoked it past the diving shortstop. You got runners on first and second, 2 outs. If you're listening on Facebook or if you're listening on or one of the radio stations, join us over on YouTube, Braves Country YouTube. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is high and wide and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Matt Olson, 0 for 1. Couldn't pull the trigger on a called third strike his last time up. The 0-1. And they got a runner in a rundown. What in the world just happened? Think they're calling a balk? No, the ball got away. Really weird camera work. They tried to throw Acuna. I apologize. My feed blipped out for a second when it came back. Acuna was jogging to first. So we got runners on second and third, and now 2 outs with the 1-0 count to Olson. They're going to go talk to Hancock. I think they're talking about whether or not they want to pitch to Olson or not. Now they got an open base. That was a wide, high throw to second base. They'll probably be pitching around Olson is probably what they're really saying. There, the 1-0 pitch, down below the knees, 2-0. It'll be a unintentional, intentional walk kind of thing because they're wanting to see if Olson will get himself out. With the right-handed Ozuna on deck. The 2-0 pitch, swung over the top of that one, 2-1. Chase that changeup. A little bit of cat and mouse game here. I'm a little surprised Olson swung at that pitch. The 2-1, outside wide ball 3-1. Cubs and Mets go at it tonight. Imanaga on the mound for Chicago. If you're looking for something to watch, he's been impressive so far for the Cubbies. The 3-1 pitch, outside wide ball 4. So that's exactly what they were doing. As we suspected, pitching around Olson to get to Ozuna. It'll be a 5-pitch walk. No, Russell, that's not a stolen base. It's going to be an error charged on the pitcher. It will not be a stolen base. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna takes a swing at the first pitch. Slider down below the knees. First strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty. Bases loaded, ducks all over the pond. Swing and a miss again. It's 0-2. Might have got a piece of that. Knocked it foul back behind home plate. So bases loaded, 2 outs. 2 strikes on Ozuna. Ducks all over the pond. Ozuna will take his time out. He struck out in the first. You'd love to crack the scoreboard here. Anything to get a run home. Threatened in the first with nothing. Second inning was too quick. The 0-2. Way outside wide. 1-2. Slider tried to get him to chase out of the zone. Hancock is at 50 pitches, so I'm sure the Mariners are keeping an eye on that. The 1-2 pitch, kicks and fires, down and away. 2-2. So a 2-2 count to Ozuna. Righty, the pitch. Down and away, ball 3. So you've got bases loaded. 2 outs. Full count. Nowhere to put Ozuna. The runners are going to be on the go. The pitch. Swing! That ball's fouled straight back out of play. We'll do it again. Full count. Acuna on first. Riley on second. Olsen on third. And they'll get a running start. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. And that'll walk Ozuna. And here comes a run. It's 1-0 Atlanta. Adam Duvall will be coming to the plate. Duvall getting the start over Jared Kelenic. Good to see you, Goat. The first pitch on the way, swung on and fouled straight back. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. Standing on deck is Harris. Duvall should get something to hit here, though they have been trying to get the righties to chase out of the zone on that slider. The 0-1 to Duvall. Outside wide. 1-1. Hancock at 56 pitches. Pretty high number here in the third inning. Braves lead it 1-0. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Down the pipe on the edge for a strike. 1-2. Good pitch by Hancock. Duvall with 2 home runs this year. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and pops it up. High in the sky. Should be an easy play in center. It is for Julio Rodriguez, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one across. It's 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the third.
You know, they say, like, money doesn't buy happiness. First of all, that person had money. Secondly, like, I don't know who they are. But I do know that I'd like to form my own opinion on the subject.
I need people to understand that if I text you H-E-H-E, it's not it's it is not it's two completely different vibes.
You know what I'm talking about? I got a reputation. I used to be a hoe. I ain't no hoe no more. I ain't been no hoe in a long time. A long time. I'm trying to change.
You were a hoe.
Back in the days.
How long haven't you been a hoe for?
For a little minute. For a little minute.
You have any idea how fast you were going?
Funnily enough, I was just talking to my friend about that. Our speedometer's melted, and as a result, it's very hard to say with any degree of accuracy exactly how fast we were going.
78 miles an hour.
78, huh? Well, yeah, I could buy that, sure, I guess. You would know better than us.
Do you feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
Now, you got no outside mirror.
No, we lost that.
You have no functioning gauges.
No, not a one. However, the radio still works. It's clear as a bell.
Well, I know everyone here is like, how do we date you? Thank you. You can't. And not just because I'm not totally out of the woods with this UTI I have right now, but also, thank you. Oh my God.
The feeling of connection, bat against ball, ball back and forth with your father or your brother. The idea that you can throw a piece of yourself out there into the ether and it comes back to you. This is the promise of everlasting life, that it's not going to end, it's going to come back to you.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way is a slider right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty. Sale kicks and fires. Just missed outside 1-1. He got that call a couple of times in the first inning. Didn't get it that time. So a 1-1 count. Braves lead it 1-0. Bottom of the third. The pitch. Right there. Right down the pipe. 1-2. The 1-2. Sale. Kicks and fires. Swung on. Grounded foul down the third base line. We'll do it again. Chris Sale cruising along, just 29 pitches. As we get going here in the third. The 1-2 from the conductor. Swung on and fouled straight back. We'll do it again. If you're just joining us, Chris Sale struck out 4 in the first 6. Emerson Hancock has had a lot of ducks all over the pond already. Running his pitch count up pretty high. He's up around 60. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped off his instep. We'll do it again, 1-2. Urias batting 161 on the year, a 730 OPS. He is the brother of Ramon Urias, both of them from Mexico. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded over towards short. Long way to go. RC has got it. Slides, fires it across the diamond. Got him! A 6-3 beauty of a gun show by Mr. Arcia, one away. Wow. Give that man the gold glove now. He came sliding down, and I think that was premeditated. He knew that if he came down and got it the way he did, he could use all his momentum jumping and spinning. If he scoops it on the run, he's going to have a hard time getting that much momentum going towards it. First pitch on the way to Haggerty is a fastball. Did he go around? He did. It's 0-1. That is a defensive genius we've got over there at short. The 0-1. Lefty righty kicks and fires. Swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. The pitch on the way from Sale. Did he go around? He did not. Slider down below the knee. That was a nice pitch. 1-2 on Haggerty. Lefty righty. The pitch. Slider caught, looking, strike 3. That was a wide third strike, but he's been given that wide slider to Sale with 2 strikes. He's not giving it to him early in the count, but he's established that spot. If you look at it, the dot on the screen isn't quite indicative of where the ball actually landed. The ball looks like it actually landed. It actually looked like it landed in the zone. But the pinch indicator on the screen is grabbing it before it bends. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. That indicator gets picked up by the gun, by the radar. And some of these bending pitches, it doesn't really quite show where it crosses the plate at. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit hard on the ground, through the hole. Down for a base hit, and it's a 1-out single for the Seattle Mariners. Their first base hit of the game. So 1 on and 2 out. Rodriguez comes to the plate, and he takes the first one inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Julio Rodriguez 0 for 1 with the fly out. The 1-0. Lefty righty. Sale comes set, lets her go. Inside, 2-0. Looked like the changeup, but really busted him back with that one. So a 2-0 count. Haniger stands on deck. The pitch on the way. Slider right there for a strike. 2-1. And he really gets those pitchers guessing, the hitters guessing. Sale can handcuff a batter. They're looking for the hard stuff, and that frisbee comes flipping in there. The 2-1 pitch. Lefty, righty. Sale kicks and goes. Swing, and that ball's hit hard on the ground through the first base side. It's going to get down for a base hit. 95-mile-an-hour fastball just slapped the other way against the defense. They were going inside. He inside-out swinged it into right field. So a good piece of hitting by Hurod, and that'll bring Haniger to the plate. Haniger, dangerous power hitter from the right side of the plate. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The first pitch, slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Sale comes set, kicks and fires. Fastball misses high, 1-1. Chris Sale now at 45 pitches. You'd like to get him out of this inning quickly. The 1-1. Braves infield pulled to the shift to the left. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 96. Strike 2. So a 1-2 count. First and second, 2 out. Braves infield playing very deep. The pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry, and that'll end the inning. 2 more strikeouts, 6 total on the afternoon. Braves 1, Mariners nothing.
Now you listen here, you walking pile of panic attack. You're gonna inhale, exhale your way through this bull. If it's the last thing you do, your thoughts aren't real, your mind hates you, but you're gonna give it the old, and you're gonna be okay.
Did you know that the St. Louis Cardinals didn't get their name from a bird? Before they were the Cardinals, they were the Perfectos. And those Perfectos were decked out in red socks, red trim, and red accents. On that team was one of the greatest pitchers to never win a Cy Young himself. At one of their games, a columnist from the St. Louis Republic named Willie McHale overheard a fan call their uniforms a lovely shade of Cardinal. Sometime after, McHale would begin to refer to the team as the Cardinals, and the fans began to follow suit. 1 year later, they officially changed their name to the Cardinals. Going forward, the birds on the bat would become their emblem, and it has been used ever since. And there you have it. The Cardinals didn't get their name from a bird. It came from a fan who was commenting on the color of their uniform.
Some days you gotta wake up and say, I got a fat ass and a good heart. And that's gotta count for something. Can I get an amen?
I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
On October 14th, 1992, the Pittsburgh Pirates were in Atlanta, facing the Braves in the 7th and deciding game of the National League Championship Series. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Pittsburgh led 2-1, but Atlanta had the bases loaded. A pinch hitter, Francisco Cabrera, who had had only 10 at-bats all season, was at the plate.
And now the Braves season hangs in the balance. 2-1. Line drive and a base hit!
With the tying run in, most assumed that the runner on second, Sid Bream, hobbled by 5 knee operations, would be held at third, but the third base coach sent Bream anyway.
Bream to the plate! And he is safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series!
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way. Michael Harris, the second from Hancock. His 59th pitch of the afternoon is right there, swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, kicks and fires, swung on, chopped lightly over to second, easy 4-3, put out, 0-2. one down. So 2 pitches, 1 out. Harris once again just giving her bats away. Reaching for that one. That'll bring Orlando Arcia to the plate. Arcia takes the first pitch inside, 92-mile-an-hour sinker. 1-0. The 1-0. Pitch on the way. 94 on the outer edge. Evens up the count. 1-1. The 1-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. The pitch on the way to Arcia. He swung under one. It's going to drift down the right field side. Running in and dropping the ball is Haniger, and Orlando Arcia gifted what should be an error. He'll be standing at second with 1 out. He had a long way to go, but big lead outfielder got to make that catch. He got underneath it and just looks like it just hit the heel of the glove. I don't know if the sun had something to do with it. Staring the sun right in his face. He just misplayed the ball. We'll take the gift. Braves got a runner on second and 1 out. That'll bring Chadwick Tromp to the plate. The number 9 hitter hits the ball hard on the ground, but right at the third baseman. Easy 5-3 put out, 2 away. You'd like to see Tromp go up there, at least take some pitches. As the number 9 hitter, your job's kind of go up there and get some pitches and let the leadoff guys see some. Kind of eat a few pitches there, but instead, 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring the top of the order now. Ronald Acuna Jr. is 1 for 2. The first pitch on the way, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Sinker missing. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike up top. 1-1. Twins lead the White Sox 6-5 in the 8th. The 1-1 to Acuna is inside. Ball 2, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Pitch on the way to Acuna. Kicks and fires. Swing, and that ball's hit hard on the ground into left field. Here comes Arcia. They're going to send him all the way around to score, and it is 2-0. Your Atlanta Braves. Good piece of hitting by Acuna Matata. Good hustle by Arcia. He was on his horse and running the crack of the bat, and it's 2-0 Atlanta. Good cut on that bag. Acuna just turned on that pitch and sizzled it on the left side in the 5-6 hole. Man, too, he needs to get his head out of his rear. He got so close, he darn near tripped up Arcia making the cut on the bag. Hancock turns and fires it over to first. I'm sure it looked closer than what it really is, but, man, you got to give those guys room to give them a wide turn. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Ozzie's 0 for 1. Reached on a walk in the first inning. The 1-0. Downstairs, off the plate, called for a wide strike 1. Ozzie doesn't like it. I don't like it. It's 1-1. That was a bad call. The 1-1 kicks and fires, swing, and hits into right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Ozzie Albies, the 2-out single, sends Acuna to second. Or Acuna may go corner to corner. He didn't want to risk it. He probably would have gotten there. Probably smart to just keep it where it's at. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. And Austin Riley, be a good time for the rake to come out of his slump. The pitch on the way, right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Sinker. 73 pitches into the afternoon for Hancock. Standing on deck is, of course, Matt Olson. You'd figure Riley's going to get something to hit here the way he pitched around Olson the last time. The 0-1, they're going to turn around and try to pick off Acuna. This time, second baseman makes the catch. Remember last time that happened, they sailed the ball into the outfield. Two errors already for the Seattle defense. The 0-1 to Riley, off the plate wide, 1-1. So a 1-1 count, top of the fourth, 2-0 your score. Atlanta scored 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. The pitch. Sinker swung on and chopped foul in between home and third. 1-2. Riley's 1 for 1 with a walk, a single. The 1-2 to Riley. Down and away, good take, 2-2. So deuces are wild, a 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. 2 out, speed on the base paths. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's lifted high and deep into right field, going back on the track. Dropping the ball. 1 run will score. Here comes Acuna. 2 runs will score. Here comes Ozzie. And the rake will make it all the way around with a triple. 2 RBI bases clearing triple in your Atlanta Braves. For the Seattle Mariners, nothing. That was going to be a tough play by Haniger. He made a leap at the wall. I don't even know. He looked like he pinned it. Yeah, he missed it altogether. It bounced off the wall, then hit him. Just out of his reach. Riley really picked up the RPMs when he saw that ball got over his head and went flying around the bags. He doesn't get credit for his speed, but when he gets trucking in one position, he really cuts the bags well and really picks up momentum. It looks like that's going to be the end. That is the end for Emerson Hancock. We'll come back in a flash. Braves lead it 4-0.
I love that car more than anything that I have. Dad, what about us? You need a Q-tip?
Overconfident female soccer team challenged an old retired male soccer team, and this happened. Check this out.
Male soccer players were challenged to a match by the American women's team at the peak of their performance.
This message is for Ryan Reynolds. 1, you should be here right now with your squad. 2, your team about to go down. Let's go.
12-0. Wrexham defeats the U.S. women.
A lot of people are mad at the men's soccer team because they pretty much said they should have taken it easier on the female soccer team. But a lot of people are saying they shouldn't have done this because the female soccer team wanted an actual match between retired, out-of-shape men, and you saw the outcome. So what side are you on? Do you think the retired football men went too far?
Oh, wow, I'm pretty sure that's going to be yeah, there it is. Another flag on the play.
Multiple flags on the play. Holding. Offense number 97. That penalty was declined. Touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 22. Penalty will be applied to the kickoff.
This has got to be one of the strangest calls.
That son of a...
You playing against Dick this week?
Yeah.
Could be worse, man. When I played against him, he ejected all my players.
What?
Armchair.
Of all baseball's ancestors, town ball was by far the most popular. Under its rules, the infield was square. 8 to 15 men played on a side, sometimes as many as 50. The pitcher or feeder was the least important player. It was his job to lob the ball to the striker, who could wait and wait for the pitch he wanted. The runner was out if the ball was caught on the fly.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. The first pitch on the way to Matt Olson is swung on and roasted into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and your Atlanta Braves 5, Seattle Mariners nothing. RBI single by the Ice House. And the hits keep coming. Thornton is the new pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. Right-hander. Trent Thornton, 30 years old. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna is swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Thornton, you may recall him from his Toronto Blue Jays days. Played for the Blue Jays all the way until middle of last year, where he came on with the Seattle Mariners. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. Couldn't time that one up. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Trent Thornton, they call him the Big Dreidel from Charlotte, North Carolina. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and pops it up. Should be playable, but that son's been playing some tricks. Making the catches, Polanco. The veterans got it. That'll end the inning. But up for your Atlanta Braves. Put 4 on the board. It's 5-0 here in Seattle.
I gained and lost 60 pounds in 3 months.
Wow, that's almost impossible.
Well, first of all, through God, all things are possible, so jot that down.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
I know I'm going to get some hate for this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Why aren't modern-day mothers mothering like the mothers back in the day? Let's take Grandma's purse, for example. Grandma's purse was like a Swiss Army knife. It had all of your wants, needs, and desires for travel. Grandma had actual peppermints. She had Halls in her purse. She had water in her purse. She even had snacks in her bag. She also had her pop stick for when y'all acting up during service. Yeah, Grandma's purse was a place of refuge. Nowadays, y'all spend $10,000 on the purse and can't even fit a pack of gum in it.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of holding your dad's hand, walking through that dark tunnel, and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves lead it 5-0. Bottom of the fourth inning, Chris Sale will go back to work after a long rest. Slider kicks and fires, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty, pitch on the way, down and away, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Sale lets her go, fouled off. It's 1-2. Braves lead at 5-0. Chris Sale has 6 strikeouts already. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yak 'em. That's his 7th strikeout of the day. 5th swinging strikeout. 1 away. One down. Bottom of the 4th. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss to Cal Raleigh. Looked like the sinker. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty. Pauses, kicks, fires, swing, and that ball's chopped over towards short. Arcee's got to hurry. Scoops, fires it, and it's a 6-3 put out. 2 down. So 2 down. Cal Raleigh go grab his seat, and Ty France will come to the plate. Lefty, righty. Sale at 53 pitches. He would love to get a long outing here from Sale. Really save that pin for Los Angeles. First pitch on the way, 93 up top. Fastball, 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss sinker. 2-seam action bending away. It's 1-1. Ty France 0 for 1 with the ground out in the second. The 1-1 pitch swung on, chopped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for Ty France and the Seattle Mariners. So 1 down and 2 outs. First pitch on the way from Sale. It's a 4-seam fastball, swing and a miss strike to the right-handed bat of Dylan Moore. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and grips. Outside wide. 1-1. By the way, while we're on the topic, everybody check on this guy. Make sure he's okay. The 1-1 misses outside wide, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Chris Sale comes set. Lets her go. Fastball misses just high. Ball 3-1. Runner on first, 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. On the way, 93 miles an hour, just grabbed the bottom of the zone. Moore was trying to grab that walk and head on down to first, but he'll be sent back to the box. And it looks like we have hit that century mark, so we'll take our buddy Nate down and go ahead and, since we hit that 100 mark. So we'll do it again on a 3-2 count. Dylan Moore, runner on first, 2 outs. Chris Sale, 63rd pitch of the afternoon. Lets her go. Swing and hits it right up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. They'll go station to station. Runner from first will stop at second. But there are 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. I was wondering the same thing. Goat. I kind of figure that's kind of he's a fraud fan. You got a Mets hat on in your profile, but you're saying you're a Mariners fan. Something smells awry. First pitch on the way from Sale is a slider. Just kisses the outside block. It's 0-1. Luis Urias 0 for 1. Batting 156 with 2 home runs, 7 RBI, 708 OPS. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 95 up top. It's 0-2. I can't tell it as well from the monitor that I see, but I thought that was a Mets hat. I'm glad you said something, Goat, because I was like, I feel like he got confused when Edwin Diaz got traded. The 0-2 pitch. Time is called. I think they're going to call. He motioned like it was an automatic ball. It hasn't shown up on the screen yet. We'll see what happens here. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses high, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Lefty, righty. The pitch on the way. Inside, hits him on the elbow. That's not what you want. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The guy that's pretty much an automatic out, you give him a gift. Hit by batsman, and it's going to load the bases. That'll bring Haggerty to the plate. Haggerty has only had a few at-bats, does not have a hit this year, but don't let that fool you. Last year, he hit .253 in 52 games, 91 at-bats with Seattle. Urias appears to be okay. It just barely grazed him. So a big spot here for Sale. Would have been a good time to go out there and talk to him, but we're not seeing that today. First pitch on the way, swung on and chopped foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Called for a strike on the outer edge slider. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Sale lets her go. Swung on, lifted into the outfield, coming in, converging on it. About to collide, but Michael the Hawk Harris calls off Duvall, and that'll end the inning. Scary situation in the outfield. Scary situation in this inning, but we come out unscathed both ways. It's 5-0 Hotlanta.
Pretty cool! Pretty cool! Woo!
An Irishman walks into a bar and he orders 7 tequilas and a pint of Guinness. As the barman is finishing pouring the Guinness, he brings it over to the man and he notices all 7 shots of tequila are gone. He says, "Wow, you've drank them fast." And the Irishman says, "You'd drink fast too if you knew what I had." And the barman says, "What?" He says, €2.
No! Beans don't go in chili. It ain't never. Hot dog or using it as a topping, then no. Beans. Did you say hot dog? Not never. In the history of foreverdom, is it okay? You're making beanie weenies. You're making pork and beans. Don't put beans in chili. It's not okay. Definitely not never. When it is the centerpiece of the meal. Not if you're putting beans in it. No. No. You not never. In Texas, you don't even count as a pizza.
Did you say he doesn't count as a person because he learned to cook in Texas?
Yes.
Are you saying Texans don't count for cooking?
They got good barbecue. No, they don't. Did you just say Memphis style? Is it Carolina? Hell no.
I don't like. Then there's the abomination that is Alabama white sauce.
They use mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Okay, first of all, ew. Second of all, it's not okay. Third of all, you put it on your barbecue.
Texas is the Alabama white sauce of barbecue.
I see great things in baseball. It's our game, the American game. It will take our people out of doors, fill them with oxygen, give them a larger physical stoicism, tend to relieve us from being a nervous, dyspeptic set, repair these losses, and be a blessing to us. Walt Whitman.
Braves Country HD. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Thornton to Duvall is a lazy pop fly into right field. It's one away. One down. Braves lead it 5-0. Yeah, expect a high-scoring series out there in Los Angeles. Their offense is really clicking. Their pitching, not so much. First pitch on the way to Michael Harris. The second is up high for a ball. It's 1-0. Unless they change something, it'll be Morton, Elder, and Max Fried in that series. The 1-0 pitch swung on, popped up high in the sky. Another lazy fly ball, another easy out. 2 away. Two down. Orlando Arcia, the batter. We had this earlier in the game where these three same batters were just easy 1, 2, 3 outs. The only one that really bought any time for the starting pitcher was Arcia. He'll take the first pitch there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Orlando. Outside wide, 1-1. Braves 5, Mariners nothing. Top of the 5th inning. The 1-1 on the way. Swing, and that ball's belted into the left field. That is going to make a diving catch. Wow. Haggerty for out number 3. He had to lay out a snow cone job right before he hit the warning track. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 5th we go.
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Ship my pants. Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers. I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed. If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it right now and ship it to you for free.
Armchair.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We're bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Yes, can I get an iced coffee, please? And hang on one second. Do you want anything?
Oh, no, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm good.
Are you sure? Because I'll get you anything.
Well, I guess if you're paying, you can just go ahead and just surprise me.
Yes, can I get the iced coffee and a job application for my deadbeat friend?
It is an American odyssey that links sons and daughters to fathers and grandfathers. And it reflects a host of age-old American tensions between workers and owners, scandal and reform, the individual and the collective.
Pull up a chair. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch on the way from Chris Sale. He'll go back to work as a four-seam fastball. Misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. What's really boggling, if you look at the MLB blackout map as I'm pulling it up, there's areas like Tennessee where they're blacked out from several teams. The 1-1 pitch. Misses high. Ball 2-1. Similar to northern Florida where they're blacked out from both the Rays and the Marlins. As the 2-1 misses it. Nope, grabs the inside strike. It's 2-2. So a 2-2 count. And I don't understand the logic behind blacking out two teams. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and fouls it back out of play. Do it again. I would think that would mean that MLB is eventually going to lift those blackout restrictions on the MLB app, though, because the idea was you have to get the Bally Sports app. Well, if they've gone out of business, is the 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled back out of play, and they're no longer running, then the blackouts wouldn't apply. Goat. The 2-2. Lefty, righty, the pitch. Outside, wide ball, 3-2. So Sale, who had a pretty long fourth inning, is starting off laboring in this inning. Leadoff batter, number 9 hitter, Zavala. Full count. 78th pitch of the afternoon. Lets her go. Swung on. Lifted high and deep down the left field line. Will the park hold it? It's going to go off the wall. And it's going to be a double. I think Duvall lost it in the sun, maybe. He misplayed it. It went right up against the corner. He had time to get underneath it, but just misplayed it, and it ricocheted off the wall, thankfully, right into Duvall. And he was able to play it off the carom and get the ball back in. If that thing goes a couple of feet longer, it's going to hit the wall and roll past him. We're talking about at least 3 bases. So that'll bring up top of the order. Julio Rodriguez takes a swing at the first pitch. Swing and a miss strike. Slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Braves, pretty well rested bullpen and the off day tomorrow. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, chops it over to first, and scooped up by Olson. Flips it to Sale. He'll touch the pillow. 1 away. Runner at second does move up to third. With a 5-run lead, you'll trade that run for the out right now. But the point being, if he continues to labor, you would be able to go to that bullpen. Jesse Chavez is probably one of the few guys that wouldn't be available right now. So 1 runner on third, 1 out. Trump's going to go out there and talk to Sale. Probably just give him a breather after covering over there at first. Sun's high in the sky. Chris Sale at 80 pitches here in the 5th. Like I said, you would think that would lift the restrictions, because the whole premise of the restrictions, as the first pitch on the way from Sale to Haniger is off the plate wide for a ball, it's 1-0. The whole premise behind that is they were forcing you to subscribe to the Bally's app because they're paying for those. Is the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, foul back out of play. It's 1-1. I do remember in the offseason there being a discussion about it, and the commissioner's office talking about working around the logistics of it. unless they're going to offer it in a different outlet, I just don't see how you can continue to black out the market. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Pitch, outside wide, ball 3. I feel like we got enough folks in here to start a class action lawsuit against the league. 3-1 from Sale. 84th pitch of the afternoon. Kicks and fires. Swing. Fouls it straight back. 3-2. So a full count. You would like a strikeout or a pop-up, but the infield's playing back, so they're playing for the out. The payoff pitch from Sale swung on, foul back out of play, 96 miles an hour. We'll do it again. The 3-2, swing, and fouls it straight down the line. Full count again. Braves 5, Mariners nothing. Bottom of the 5th inning. The 3-2 pitch. Caught, looking, strike 3. Buckled him with that slider on the outer edge, 2 away. Just kissed the outer part of the zone. Once again, if you see that box and you see where the dot's being put, it's missing the mark of where that slider actually lands by a couple inches. So he's just grabbing the edge of that zone. That'll bring up Polanco, the number 3 hitter. He'll take the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Rocks and fires, swung on, swatted straight back. It's 0-2. With a 5-0 lead and Sale at 90 pitches, if you can get out of this inning, I say you just give Sale the rest of the day off. And if the bullpen can't stop 5 runs from crossing, you got a problem. The 0-2. Lefty, righty, kicks. Inside, 96 miles an hour. Just missed. Man, that had to pucker some things on Polanco, man. He'd been throwing those frisbees in there out over the plate, and then he busts them inside with 96. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Now, did he get a piece of that? I guess he did. I thought he missed it altogether looking at the replay. Man, if he did, it was barely. So a 1-2 count. Pitch on the way from Sale. Swung on and slapped foul once again. Chris Sale, 4 2/3 innings so far, 8 strikeouts, no walks. He has allowed 5 hits. The 1-2 offering, the conductor turns and fires. Misses high, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. The pitch. Swing, and that ball's lifted into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Dribbling along the line. A run will score. It's 5-1. Polanco got a late break after fighting off that pitch, and the hustle by Matt Olson will keep it to a single. Just a seeing eye Texas blooper over the head of Matt Olson. Just got into the outfield grass. If we have the defense position at normal spot, he may have had a chance to run it down, but we were playing him to pull. So he had a long way to go and a short time to get there. Kranitz is going to go out there and talk to Sale, buy him some breathers. We'll hit the out-of-town scoreboard while that's going on. Kansas City 6-1 over the Blue Jays. They head to the 9th. Pirates trail the A's 3-0 in the 7th. Phillies 2, Angels 1. That's in the 3rd. Reds 1-0 over the Padres in the 4th. Rest of the actions later on tonight. These games are in the books. Tigers beat the Cardinals. Twins double up the White Sox 10-5. As the first pitch on the way to Raleigh is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. And the Brewers pound the Rays 7-1. All your other games start later tonight. 6:35 first pitch for the Orioles, 6:40 for the Marlins and Rockies. The Mets play at 7:10. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You like to get this win and then just kick your feet up and watch the action tonight. Pull for the Cubs to knock out the Mets. Maybe somehow the Angels can spare a game in that series and get the Phillies today. I do believe it was Wheeler on the mound for Los Angeles, so I'm not giving them a whole lot of chances. The 0-2, backhanded in the dirt, 1-2. And with Mike Trout going on the IL, it was a miracle they had the lead last night and then they blew it. Just as we went off the air, I ended up watching the end of it. They blew it. The closer gave up 3 runs and Phillies came back and won it. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and just got a piece of that, 1-2. Well, it's for sure now Sale's final inning. This may be his final batter. He is about to hit the century mark, sitting at 99 pitches right now before he lets this one go. The 1-2. Sale comes set. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Number 9. The conductor with 9 Ks, 5 innings, and we'll take the lead 5-1 as we head to the 6th. Braves country.
My wife threatened to leave me because of my filthy and disgusting habits. I was so shocked, I almost choked on my toenails.
Now, if you want to crown them, but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, buddy, I'll be back. I'm going to run to McDonald's real quick. Didn't they suspend your license today in court? Yeah, what's that got to do with anything? You can't drive with no license, Roy. What are you talking about? Yeah, you can't. I don't use a license to start my truck. What are you going to do if you get pulled over with no license? Same thing I always do when I get pulled over. Run. You're going to get in trouble, man. What are they going to do, take my license? You're going to go back to jail. And guess what? When I get out, I'll drive home. Man, one of these times, they're just not going to let you out of jail. Nah, next time I go to jail, I'm going to be there for a while after what I said to the judge last time. I am on thin ice.
If I want to smoke, I will smoke. If I want to drink, I will drink. If I want to go out, I will go out. Because I'm the one that brings the money in this house. I'm the one with the boss in this house. So if I'm going to go out, you're going to stay here with the kids. You got that? And that's how it is. That's how I'm going to tell her when she gets here.
It travels 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound to home, and it can cover that distance at nearly 100 miles an hour. Along the way, it can be made to twist, spin, curve, wobble, rise, or fall away.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Some of those clips, you don't hear them for a while, and then they hit you at the right spot. First pitch on the way to Trump is up top for, I guess that just missed outside for a ball. It's 1-0. We do have a pitching change coming on for the Mariners. The 1-0 pitch, 90 miles an hour, missed up high. Tyson Miller, 28-year-old, played his college ball at California Baptist, was drafted in the 4th round in 2016 by the Cubs. The 2-0, outside wide, ball 3-0. So a 3-0 count. Braves would like to get at least one of those runs back. Braves lead at 5-1, top of the 6th. The 0-2 lets her go. Right down the pipe, 4-seam 90-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 3-1. The 3-1. Swing and pops it up high. Not very deep. Playable in center field. Catching it is Julio Rodriguez. One away. The 1 down. And that'll bring the top of the order back up. Ronald Acuna Jr. First pitch on the way. It's a slider. About letter high. Top of the zone, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Pitch outside wide, 1-1. Yeah, Gary, I don't think Trout's going to quit. He's getting paid $458 million. He'll keep trucking along. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play. It's 1-2. What's really annoying, if you're an Angels fan or just a fan of Trout, he was having a good season. Really annoying if he's on your fantasy baseball team. The 1-2 to Acuna. Fastball misses high, 2-2. So a 2-2 count to Ronald. He's 2 for 3. Got an RBI single knocking in Arcia. The 2-2. Chase that one well off the plate. Slider wide. Ball, strike 3, and there's 2 away. Man, that thing started about knee-high midway through the plate, and it just kept going and going and going until it was in the other batter's box. Bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie takes a swing at the first pitch he sees and pops it up. Lazy fly ball back behind second base. Colliding, but they'll hold on to make the catch is Dylan Moore. Moore's looking at Polanco. What are you doing here, man? Well, 3 up, 3 down. Middle of the order due up for the Mariners. Braves lead it 5-1.
Better get that checked out.
I would.
What kind of a therapist are you? I'm telling you, I'm scared that something terrible's going to happen to me right away. You start looking for tumors?
I'm trying to help you.
I bet you're rooting for a tumor.
I think you better go.
No, I'm going, baby. I'm going.
Hey, Braves Country. This is Mac Magee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
You got anything you'd like to ask Tom before we go, CJ?
I would just ask, when you started playing well, what was the process of your mentality? Like, how did you stay on the straight and narrow? You have people reaching out and family and, like, just the world around you seems like it's spinning and you're just trying to stay focused.
I think the important thing I really want you to realize, this is now your job. Everyone, when they come to the game, it's a vacation. It's fun for them. Oh, my God, we're here to watch, CJ play. For you, you don't bust in on your friends at their job. You don't need to be the source of people's entertainment. The memories you're going to have from a great season are fun. The games are fun. The practice, the camaraderie is fun. trying to create fun for everybody else outside of that isn't your responsibility.
Armchair.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. That's the way I remember it. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. And I guess it's true of any sport, but in baseball, never known necessarily so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Chris Sale will give way to Dylan Lee. Lee fires the first pitch, 92 miles an hour fastball to Ty France, down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lee with the 1.46 ERA this year swung on, and that ball is swatted into left field, down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Mariners. So 1 on, nobody out. That'll bring Dylan Moore, the number 6 hitter, up. What you can expect from Lee is a slider, a four-seamer. He'll sprinkle in the change from time to time, but it's usually a slider and four-seamer. First pitch on the way is a slider, 82 at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty, righty, pitch on the way, down and in, 1-1. It's almost a straight split. He uses his slider 51% of the time, four-seam 40%, then just sprinkles in that change at about 9%. The 1-1 pitch, fastball outside wide, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. One on, nobody out. The pitch in the dirt, ball 3-1. Urias stands on deck. Haggerty in the hole. Kind of playing into Seattle's hand when you bring the lefty in off of your lefty. The 3-1 pitch from Lee. Swing, fouls it straight back. 3-2. I think if everything's even, they probably would have started this inning off with Jesse, but they used him for 2 innings yesterday. And they're just trying to get Lee some work. But they put a very strong right-handed lineup in. Lee fires a 3-2 pitch. That ball is deep into the left field corner, going back. Looks like he made the catch. Adam Duvall disappeared around the corner. And it is a long out, number 1. He's banging his glove, and I'm trying to figure out what. Now we finally get to see it. Yeah, he caught it. He smacked his glove when he came out of there like he was disgusted about something, but he caught the ball. Maybe it's just because he almost lost it in the sun, but first pitch on the way to Urias. Another one for Adam to run down in the sun, fighting that sun. He'll make the catch, 2 down. Man, that sun is really wreaking havoc on those outfielders. It's coming from the first base dugout side, almost behind home plate. And so when the clouds, there's a few clouds in the sky, but when the clouds are playing games, really makes it difficult for them to figure out what's going on. Philly leads the Angels 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Reds and Padres are tied at 2 in the top of the 5th. A lot of West Coast baseball going on right now. The 1-0 pitch Misses high to Sam Haggerty, 2-0. I can't see Sam Haggerty without thinking Sammy Hagar. I don't know why. They're not that close to each other, but the 2-0 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back foul. 2-1. Guess that's just that Gen X in you where you see Sammy Haggerty. I'm thinking Sammy Hagar. He is from Phoenix, Arizona. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, fouled straight back. We'll do it again, 2-2. Born in 1994 in Phoenix, Arizona. Anybody know Van Halen was touring in Phoenix in 1994? The 2-2 pitch. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one in the dirt. And they'll flip it on down to first. And that'll end the inning. One on, but that's all she wrote. Braves lead at 5-1. We head to the 7th inning.
Can someone explain to me how 2 + 2 and 2 × 2 equal 4? Like they both, like what's the point in multiplication if it just means the same thing? Like,
what do you call when you can't drink milk?
Lactose intolerant.
Lactose and what?
Lactose intolerant. That's when you can't drink milk and stuff. That's how you say it.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac Magee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
I just want to be clear. You're upset because we made friends with your cat?
You're unreasonable people. You're holding our cat. Go in your yard and say, go home. Don't come in our yard anymore.
She will not listen. She's a cat. She doesn't speak English. She's a cat, dude.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the police department figure it out.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Great idea.
All right, you cat pervert.
I've done nothing to bring the cat. I've done nothing to bring the...
On September 6th, 1995, 5 months after the strike had ended, the Orioles faced the California Angels in Baltimore. Tickets for this game had been sold out for months. After 4.5 innings of play, the game was official. Cal Ripken had played in 2,131 consecutive games.
For the moment you've been waiting for.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Austin Riley, the batter, takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Miller fires it down on the outer side for a wide strike number 2. It's 0-2. The 0-2 to Riley, who's 2 for 2 with a single, a triple, a run, 2 RBI. Misses high and out of the zone, 1-2. Be good to get Riley's back cooking as we head to L.A. 3-game series against the Dodgers begins Friday night. The 1-2 pitch, swatted high and deep into right field. Not deep enough, though. It'll die into the glove of the right fielder, Haniger. 1 away. So 1 down. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. Matt Olson takes a swing at the first pitch. Liner, diving catch by Dylan Moore. He robbed Matt Olson of a single. Oh, my God. Matt Olson goes back to the dugout with a wry grin on his face like, what can you do about that? If it wasn't for bad luck, he wouldn't have any at all right now. He hit that thing right on the screws. Moore, All he had time to do was to lay out, close his eyes, and open the glove, and the ball fell right into it. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna, gets away. Wild pitch, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty, kicks and fires, down and away, 2-0. You're looking for something to watch tonight. Mets and Cubs should be a pretty good game. You get to see the Cubs' newly acquired left-hander from Japan, Imanaga. As the 2-0 pitch is swatted foul and out of play, it's 2-1. Yamamoto's getting all the press because he's in Los Angeles, but I'm telling you right now, if you get a chance to watch Shota Imanaga, he is dealing. Should be a really good game. Righty matchup. Speaking of that, tonight, another really good game. If you're up late, the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Diamondbacks, Dodgers, Yamamoto versus Jordan Montgomery. Montgomery was supposed to pitch last night. He warmed up because they were the home team. He warmed up to go out to pitch the first inning. And the Bees, if you didn't see that, the Bees that delayed the game, the Swarm is the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. There was a swarm of bees that was basically positioned high above home plate, and they had to call an extinguisher. The whole thing took about 2 hours to get rid of all the bees. And so because he had already warmed up, they just decided to push him back to today. The 2-2, outside wide ball, 3-2. He had sat down after the delay, and they didn't want to go out there and risk injury, so we're getting a really good pitching matchup tonight. The 3-2 pitch, outside wide, ball 4. Marcell Ozuna will head on down to first. Yeah, it'll be Jordan Montgomery versus Yamamoto. Put your popcorn ready on that, right? Maybe you'll stay and watch. Be pretty early tomorrow. Hope to at least get to see that matchup. We'll stay up to about the 5th inning or so. That'll bring Duvall to the plate. Duvall takes the first pitch inside, four-seam fastball. 0-1. If you're just joining us, Chris Sale went 5 strong innings today, gave up 1 run. The 0-1 swung on, foul back out of play. It's 0-2. Sale went 5 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Dylan Lee came in for the 6th. The 0-2 pitch. Duvall calls his timeout. Runner on first, 2 outs. The 0-2 to Duvall. Miller lets her go. Outside wide slider. Tried to get him to chase that one. That's a pretty good pitch. 1-2. So a 1-2. Righty, kicks and fires. Swing and chops it foul down the third base side. Tui will grab it and throw it into the crowd. Duvall is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. The 0-1-2, outside wide, 2-2. Four-seam fastball. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on but can't get him across. We'll head to the 7th inning stretch. Get up and stretch, Braves country. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch is right there for a strike to Zavala. It's 0-1. Dylan Lee will go back to work here to start the seventh. The 0-1. 91 just misses inside. Would have loved to have that call 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way from Lee. Swing and a miss up top. 1-2. Angels are threatening in the bottom of the fifth, trailing 2-1. They've got a runner on second, nobody out. The 1-2 from Lee. Zavala, the number 9 hitter, is 2 for 2 on the day. Caught looking, strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. 92. Adios, muchacho. 1 away. He straightened him up with that 92. Just lulled him to sleep with that slider. So 1 down. That'll bring Julio Rodriguez to the plate with nobody on. First pitch, swing and a miss slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swung on. That ball is laced down the left field line. That is into the corner, off the wall. Rodriguez will easily make it to second, and it's a 1-out double for the Mariners. So trouble brewing here in the bottom of the seventh. The slider just got too much of the plate. Rodriguez was able to bend it into the corner. Duvall played it off the wall. Rodriguez stands at second, 1 down. First pitch to Haniger is down and in, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Should be playable. Here comes Acuna. He'll make the catch, charging in, chasing the runner back to second. 2 down. So Dylan Lee 1 out away from getting out of this. What a big lift that would be to have Lee come in and give us 2 innings. I don't think they would give him back out there for a third inning. The only way that could possibly happen is if we punch across some runs in the 8th and they just decide to let him go long today. You'd love to get a few more insurance runs, though, so you don't have to fight through this one as you get ready for the Dodger series. First pitch on the way to the number 3 hitter, Polanco, who's 1 for 3, is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Jorge Polanco singled in the 5th, an RBI single. They are warming up the back of the pen. The 0-1 pitch swung on, and that ball's going to get looped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Run will come all across to score. Duvall fires it into the infield. He'll keep Polanco to a single. Another RBI single for the Mariners. It's 5-2. But good hustle by Duvall to keep the runner from getting into scoring position. Both Jimenez and Minter are warming up in the bullpen. And we know Iglesias should be available. So the Braves may be making a pitching change sooner than later. Yep, here comes Snicker, and that's going to do it for Lee. Got us 5 outs. He'll bring in Minter, try to get this last out here in the 7th. Braves lead it by 3.
I'm 32 years old with
Interesting facts about me. I was born on my birthday. I don't tell everybody this, but I'm also naked under my clothes.
Spring training, the precursor to the regular season. Here's the history of spring training. The first baseball team to host spring training outside of their home field was the New York Mutuals when they traveled to New Orleans in 1869. Aside from New Orleans, teams would also train in Washington, D.C., Georgia, and Cape May in New Jersey. Originally, not all teams participated in spring training. One manager argued that players would be more susceptible to injuries and colds when they returned to their colder home climates. The birthplace of spring training baseball could be traced back to Hot Springs, Arkansas, where the first major league teams would visit before the season started. Babe Ruth's first time playing any position other than pitcher occurred in a spring training game on St. Patrick's Day in 1918. The first time the phrase pitchers and catchers report was used was in an article in the Sporting News in 1924. After World War II, both the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Yankees trained outside of the United States in the Dominican Republic and Cuba. The Grapefruit League got its name after an aviator named Ruth Law was supposed to drop a baseball 500 feet out of her plane for the Brooklyn Dodgers manager Wilbert Robinson to catch, but instead used a grapefruit because she forgot the ball. Usually the team with the best record in spring training doesn't go on to win the whole thing, but it has happened. Both the 2009 Yankees and the 2018 Boston Red Sox won both the Grapefruit League and the World Series in the same year.
So it wasn't just Canseco, and so one of the reasons that I thought that it was an important subject was it was spreading. It was already spreading by 1988.
The sports writer Tom Boswell tried to raise the issue, but no one paid attention. Soon, other players, including some of Canseco's Oakland teammates, were asking him for advice.
Welcome back. A.J. Minter to face Kyle Raleigh. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Drifts in for a ball. It's Raleigh, Francis Ward duo. 1-0. This is outside wide, 2-0. So a 2-0 for Minter. Curious once again that they go to a left-hander once again, knowing this is a right-handed heavy lineup. The 2-0 cutter looked like it grabbed the top, didn't get the call, 3-0. So a 3-0 count. Standing on deck is Ty France. The pitch on the way, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So A.J. Minter, just like we saw him the other night, struggling a bit here. And now you got the tying run at the plate. Braves lead at 5-2, but far from over. A little bit of a delay here. See what the issue. Chadwick Tromp having some kind of a issue with his pitch call device. So home plate umpire Nick Lentz is getting all up in his corn grits about it. I mean, good Lord. First pitch on the way. Cutter up top for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty righty swing and fouls it away. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Runners on first and second, 2 strikes. Minter turns around, trying to pull that play that he pulled the other day against the Guardians, spinning around trying to catch Plonko napping. But to no avail. So the 0-2 from Minter, outside wide changeup misses, 1-2. Got a 1-2 count to Ty France. The pitch from Minter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the cutter just below the knees, and that'll end the inning. So the Mariners put one on. Braves 5, Mariners 2. We head to the 8th. Need some insurance runs pronto.
If history repeats itself, I want a dinosaur, bro.
Work is work. You don't show up late, you don't make excuses, and you don't not work. If it wasn't work, they wouldn't call it work. They call it super wonderful, crazy fun time, or skippity-doo.
What do? This just got way too complicated.
I've got it. Here's what's going down. Corey, you talk to your team. You guys are going to decline that holding call.
Done.
Yo, wait, but hold on. Trey Sean, once we break this huddle, you're going to get out there, do some crazy celebration. I'm talking some humpies. Whatever you got to do, you do it.
Okay, I got you.
I'm going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on the celebration, giving the Whites better field position after the kickoff. Coach, I need you to talk to your team about letting them run that kickoff back.
Why would I do that?
Think about it. Defense, special teams, it's all one. You let them run that kickback, both your defenses get 6 points.
Nice.
Okay, everyone good here?
Yeah.
Nope. Once again, my kicker is getting no love.
Oh, shut up, Bill. Your team is in first place. Plus, you're about to get an extra point for the PAT.
Yeah, don't be greedy, Bill.
Stop being greedy, Bill. Bill.
Fine.
Bill. Yeah, Bill.
He said fine.
Bill.
Bill. Yeah, Bill. You, Bill.
All right, let's do this. Get out there.
Wait a minute. Treson comes in with a very delayed celebration here. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a... Yeah, there it is. Another...
Armchair.
I love these lazy Saturdays.
It's Wednesday.
When the University of Illinois played Northwestern, Illinois rooters fired blanks into the air. Much more convenient than yelling, the campus paper said, and has a better effect on the visiting team. And when the Princeton Tigers beat Yale, their fans roared right onto the field.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio. Pull up a chair. Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Your Atlanta Braves lead at 5-2. Michael Harris II will lead this one off. Saucedo is coming on as the reliever. The left-hander fires the first pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Taylor Saucedo. The 0-1 swung on and lined softly over to short into Moore's glove. L6, one away. Taylor Saucedo, 6'4", 205-pounder, 30 years old, drafted by the Blue Jays in 2015 of Tennessee Wesleyan. First pitch on the way to Lando Arcia is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Saucedo started his career in 21 with the Blue Jays, then came to Seattle in 23. The 1-0 swung on, hit high and deep into right field. That'll die into the glove of Haniger. 2 away. Braves lead at 5-2. And you would think you're probably going to get Jimenez for the 8th and Iglesias for the 9th, but you'd love to get at least one more breather run. Chadwick Tromp comes to the plate. He takes a swing at the first pitch and drills it into left field, but it's going to be an atom ball to the glove of the left fielder, Haggerty, and that'll end the inning. Another 1-2-3 quick inning by the Braves. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th to all tied at 5-2. And it should be a Jimenez inning. Join the Country Club today. The first month is free. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. You'll also get instant access to our video drops, members-only chat, wallpapers, and more is on the way. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. Welcome back. And it will be Joe Jimenez here from the bottom of the 8th. Jimenez fires the first pitch, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Just misses outside for a ball. It's 1-0. It'll be Dylan Moore, Luis Urias, and Haggerty, unless a pinch hitter is involved. The 1-0, right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 1-1. Mitch Garver, Game 1's hero, has yet to be utilized, so they could pull him off the bench at any minute. The 1-1, down and away. 2-1. I would think we'll see him at some point before the end of the game. The 2-1. Swing, pops it up. Back foul, evens up the count, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Righty, the pitch. Swing, and that ball's chopped over towards second. Ozzy's got it, fires it over to first, and it's a 4-3 putout. 1 down. So 1 down. Joe Jimenez fires the first pitch out as a slider off the edge. Foul tip, check swing by Urias. It's 0-1. Luis Urias, 0 for 2 on the day, batting .152 and a .706 OPS. The 0-1 four-seamer just below the knees, 95 miles an hour, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Jimenez fires, swing, and drags that over towards the third base dugout of the Atlanta Braves. It'll ricochet off the front step, and we'll do it again. It's 1-2. Joe Jimenez, 6'3", 277-pounder out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, lifted high into center field. Drifting over is Michael the Hawk Harris. He'll make the catch, 2 away. Braves 4 defensive outs from salvaging a win in this series. One thing's for sure, this Seattle Mariners ball club, they've got a good starting pitching. Good pitching just in general, but very good starting pitching. I can tell you this, OGR. We took on Cover Country today, we took Baltimore in the first 5. First pitch on the way from Jimenez to Rojas is a slider in the dirt. It's 1-0. Take that for what it's worth, but we got a winning percentage well over 60% this year. The 1-0 grabs the outer edge for a strike. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Yeah, Andrew, Brian Woo's expected back shortly. I was reading up on him yesterday. The 1-1 just grabs the outer edge, 1-2. He may be back as early as next week. The 1-2 from Jimenez. Pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Drifting back, fighting the sun is Austin Riley, calling off both Arcia and Duvall, and that'll end the inning. JJ comes in, a clean inning. We'll head to the top of the 9th, the top of the order. Let's get some runs, Braves country. Braves lead it 5-2 here in Seattle.
At a meeting in New York City, Ward helped found the Brotherhood of Professional Baseball Players. It was the players' first attempt to organize, and they were determined to abolish the hated reserve clause. But Albert Goodwill Spaulding and the other owners would not give an inch. In 1889, they tried further to consolidate their power by setting an absolute salary cap of $2,500. Then added insult to injury by charging the players rent for their uniforms. It was the last straw.
7:15 by DM Magee, 2024. At 7:14, while enduring the hate, he carried the ghosts and stepped to the plate, echoing down from the great Yankee lore, the Bambino's shadow larger from days of before. Henry brushed back the pressure that loomed, threats from fanatics, knowing records were doomed. Into the box, and here comes the pitch. 7:15, it flipped like a switch. Fans escorted 44 round the bases. Hammer and Hank lit up their faces with smiles that unite as he wiped away tears. He hugged Mama tight for so many years. The Hammer had climbed the ladder to the top. A sigh of relief. Briefly, time stopped. We recall and rewind the impossible dream that night down in Georgia of 7:15. 7:15 by DM Magee, 2024. Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Stay tuned for Braves Country tonight immediately following the game. Braves lead at 5-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. digs in. The first pitch is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right there at the knees for a strike by Austin Voth. It's 1-1. The 1-1. Righty, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Chase the cutter well off the plate. 1-2. So a 1-2 count to Ronald. Acuna's 2 for 4 on the day. 2 singles, 2 runs, an RBI. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase that cutter again. 1 away. So 1 down, and Ozzie Albies comes to the plate. First pitch on the way to Ozzie is a swing and a miss strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-lefty pitch, swung on, foul back out of play. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Yeah, I think the pick on the cover country, I see Andrew talking about it. Today it was the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded over towards first. It's going to be a 3-1 put out. Voth covering first, 2 away. We took Baltimore on the money line in the first 5. We took Toronto under 2.5 in the first 5, so that hit. We took the Rays, Milwaukee under, that hit. And we took St. Louis and Detroit under, that hit. So they're 3-0 today with the Baltimore game still to go. You can catch those cover country videos right here on the channel every day for free. The first pitch on the way to Austin Riley is swung on, hit high and deep into center field, but it'll die in the glove just before the warning track, deepest part of the park, to Julio Rodriguez. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th, clinging to a 5-2 lead. It should be eyeglasses time.
The idea of going to the ballpark say in 1900, was that the urban masses would get a taste of country pastoral air, that they would breathe in, that their lungs would expand by cheering. Baseball grew in the cities. It is an outgrowth of gambling, it's an outgrowth of crookedness, it's an outgrowth of drinking, it's a roistering, boisterous event. It is as wild as the Wild West.
Hey, where's my tickets to the Sonics game? They were here just a second ago. Somebody stole my tickets to the Sonics game! This stinks! This is total BS! This is... Oh, got it. Got it. Okay, where's the french fries? I ordered french fries. This stinks! This is total BS! Eddie Vermoyen's gonna... Oh, here they are. Where's my power bar? I had a power bar here. Someone stole my power bar! This stinks! This is total BS! This is... Oh, here it is. Hey, where the hell's my assorted tape? This is total... Oh, got it.
Armchair.
Community Access Channel.
He's the armchair quarterback. He's full of beer.
Now you will receive us. We do not ask for your poor or your hungry. We do not want your tired and sick.
It is your corrupt we claim.
It is your evil that will be sought by us.
With every breath, we shall hunt them down.
Each day, we will spill their blood till it rains down from the skies.
These are principles which every man of every faith can embrace.
These are not polite suggestions. These are codes of behavior.
And shepherds we shall be.
Back to Braves Country Baseball. Atlanta Braves lead this one 5-2. Raciel Iglesias comes in. First pitch on the way from Iglesias is a slider that just misses down below the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, down and in, 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Eyeglasses with the 3-run lead. The pitch. 94 just grabs the outside part. Not sure if that actually hit the zone, but we'll take it. 2-1. What did I see the question a second ago from Andrew on the Cubs game? The 2-1 pitch down and out of the zone, 3-1. Looks like we went with the Mets under 2.5 runs in the first 5. The 3-1 inside. Ball 4. So Iglesias loses the first batter he faces, and trouble of brewing as the tying run's going to step on deck. We use that as a part of a two-team parlay of Yankees under 2.5 in the first 5 as well. And I believe that was paying out just over 1-1. I think it was plus 116. First pitch on the way to Julio Rodriguez. He's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 to Rodriguez. Pitch on the way, swung on, grounded up the middle, and that's going to dribble through for a base hit. And the Mariners, just like that, have put the tying run on base, onto the plate, excuse me. Hit them where they ain't, just through the 4-6 hole in the infield. And Iglesias does not look sharp at all so far. He's done this a few times, though. Gets a little rocky at the beginning and then settles in. First pitch on the way to Haniger's way outside out of the zone. It's 1-0. Remember, they still have not used Garver for the pinch hitting. They're at the top of the order, so I think they would hold off until they at least got past Raleigh, maybe even France. The 1-0 swing and a miss sinker. 1-1. You'd love a double play here. A lot of these closers do. They don't seem to button down until it gets really dicey. The 1-1 inside 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss over the top. It's 2-2. Mentors already came into the game, Margaret. So a 2-2 count. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. 11 pitches into the inning for Iglesias. He comes set. The windup, swung on, popped up. High into right field. Acuna fighting the sun. Can he find it? He makes the catch, spins and fires it into the infield. One away. One down. That'll bring Polanco to the plate. He also representing the tying run. Jorge Polanco, the number 3 hitter. First pitch is outside wide, changeup misses. It's 1-0. Polanco batting 183 after going 2 for 4 today. The 1-0 swung on, hit high into center field, racing in. Going to have to get on his horse. Making the catch is Money Mike for out number 2. Man, he had a long way to go and didn't get a very good jump on it. But there are now 2 away. He started to head back to the track, realized the ball was going to be dropping, not soaring, and he had to get to running. Caught it on the dead run basket catch. Had a couple of adventurous pop flies for outs in this inning. The first pitch to Cal Raleigh is right there for a changeup strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty lefty pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Over the top, it's 0-2. So an 0-2. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Mariners down to their last strike. They set up outside. Swung on, chopped back to the mound. Eyeglasses has it. Flips it to the ice house, and that'll do it. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Raciel Iglesias comes on to get the save. Put a couple of batters on, but after that got through it. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. Your Atlanta Braves 5. Seattle Mariners 2. We'll hit a really quick break, and we'll come back for Braves Country Tonight post-game show. We'll open up the phone lines.
You're in Braves country.
Welcome in Braves country. Atlanta Braves win this one 5-2. Felt like it should have been an easier win as your Atlanta Braves get 5 runs early on and then just hold on and win it 5-2. I think we got to give the game ball to Chris Sale. There was not really an outstanding offensive performance today, and Chris Sale went out there and gave us 5 strong. What he had, was it 9 strikeouts that he had, I believe, and became our stopper. We needed a stopper. We needed someone to come out and stop the losing streak. We'd lost 2 in a row. First time we'd done that all year long. And goes out. Now he improves. Not only does he go to 4-1, his ERA is 3.44. Pretty darn good on that front. And the Atlanta Braves beat Seattle 5-2. And then when you realize how close we were to winning game number 1, not a terrible series against a really good team in Seattle. A lot of folks have Seattle as a possible dark horse to come out of the American League, and you can see why with that starting pitching. And we're going to open up the phone lines here. I'm going to go ahead and put the number on the screen. Braves win it at a 5-2, and now we turn our attention towards the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers will be next up on deck against the Atlanta Braves. That'll be Friday night. And I was trying to pull this up during one of the breaks. Got a little sidetracked with some other things, but let me go ahead and look at it one more time, assuming that this should be accurate. It looks like that the Braves are going to go with Morton, Elder, and Fried. We talked about that earlier. But at the Dodgers, it appears they're going to go with Garrett Stone, who's been very hittable, Tyler Glasnow, who's been phenomenal. But Tyler Glasnow actually had some bumps and bruises in his last start. I assume he's going to make his next start, but that guy has been hurt so much in his career. Anytime you hear about soreness and side tightness, you start wondering about Glasnow. But as of right now, it's Stone, Glasnow, and James Paxton, who, if you're not familiar with him, he's not a hard thrower. He's a pitcher. He's a pitcher's pitcher. He's a guy that's going to go out there and try to induce ground balls. He's going to try to have his defense help him. So if you look at it bare bones, the Atlanta Braves going into that series on Friday night, probably a somewhat of a high-scoring game. You're going to have Charlie Morton on the mound on Friday night versus Garrett Stone. Garrett Stone has given up a lot of runs. So a bit of an advantage to Atlanta. Thankfully, we've got the Thursday off to get the bullpen rested. We're going to need it for this series. And the good thing about this is we're playing 3 in Los Angeles after the day off tomorrow. Well, we also get a day off on Monday, and we get a day off next Thursday. The Red Sox are coming in for a 2-game series. So it's just going to be a 2-game series next week to start the week. So we've got 3 days off in the next 8 to be able to fire the bullpen from all places. And we're going to bring you all 3 games of that. And I know they're weird times, but it's 10-10 first pitch, it's 9-10 first pitch, and it's 4-10 first pitch on Sunday. We worked it around where we could bring you the Sunday afternoon game. Usually not a game we can bring to you. But Braves-Dodgers, that's going to be a fun series. And as far as the Mariners series is concerned, we knew we were going to have a hard time scoring runs in this series because when it's all said and done, this isn't football. This isn't basketball. Scoring is hard against good pitching. It just is. It always will be. Pitcher always has the advantage. It's the only sport where the defense has the ball. So when you go up against good good pitching, you're going to run into this from time to time. Some of it I do believe is scuffling from the Braves bats, but there is a lot of it on the other side where sometimes you got to tip the cap to the team you're playing against and say they just have damn good pitching, and they do. I was very impressed with Bryce Miller. Luis Castillo was doing Luis Castillo things. And honestly, Emerson Hancock isn't that bad. He left some over the plate, but he's a young pitcher, and for a guy, he's basically our Bryce Elder. And so that's, honestly, he didn't pitch that poorly against a really good Braves offense that really dinked and dunked their way to those 5 runs today. It really wasn't like some offensive explosion like we've seen. We haven't seen the Braves offense explode for a while. I do expect them to score some runs in L.A. The Dodgers pen has been very suspect. The ball flies out of that stadium, and on the other side of it, I think the Braves pitchers are in for a long weekend. You're going to have Morton. You're going to have Elder, 2 guys who, let's be honest, Morton's on the other side of his prime. That's number 1. And then number 2, Elder does not strike out a lot of guys. Now, he had a good outing against the Dodgers recently, but all in all, you don't expect a guy like Elder to pitch extremely well against the Dodgers because he doesn't have swing and miss stuff. And when you don't have swing and miss stuff, you're really relying on the ball to end up in the glove of your defense. And that's really, I'm not going to say it's luck of the draw, but you're not controlling as much when you're not striking them out. So, and the Dodgers are hitting the ball well. This isn't like it's an offense that's coming in that's talented but not playing good baseball. They're playing good baseball. And it's going to be a fun series. Would I have liked to seen what Sale and Lopez could do against the Dodgers? Yeah, but at the same token, I'm thinking big picture with the Atlanta Braves. And one of the biggest things that I look at with this, and I think about this a lot because we're at a point now where it's not automatic we're going to the playoffs, but there's very good chance we're getting to the playoffs. I don't know how many times I want the Dodgers to see Ronaldo Lopez and to see Chris Sale before the playoffs. They've seen Max Fried a ton, so there's nothing going to be gained or lost by Max Fried going out there on Sunday night. But unless there's injuries, Charlie Morton and Bryce Elder are not the pitchers you're going to be relying on in October to knock out the Dodgers. If you meet the Dodgers, it's probably in the NLCS. So I kind of like the idea that we're going to go in there and throw the back end of our rotation, per se, along with Max Fried. And I give us a decent chance of winning that series. And if we can win 2 out of 3 and come back from this road trip on a split, I'll take that all day long. When you go to Seattle and go to the Dodgers, 2 of the better teams, and they're both on the West Coast, if you can come out with a split, I'll take that all day long. But what's your Yelton saying? Dodgers are elite in all respects, but have been beat by teams that are weak. Well, that's baseball. That's baseball. If you don't understand that, you don't understand baseball. Baseball, each day is the momentum comes from your starting pitcher. The reason why they play 162 of these and they don't play just 15 or 16 like football, it's because it's a war of attrition, and you're going to go through a 162-game battle day in and day out. And as fans, we take it. I know we dial it up. We want to win every game, and I get ticked off when they lose. Don't get me wrong. I was not happy Monday night when I shut it all down and had to get ready to go to work 3 hours later, late Monday night into Tuesday morning. Woke up. I still wasn't happy about the way that game ended. But you can't run your closer out there 162 times a year. You just can't do it. So you're going to have to rely on guys like Minter to get some big outs. You're going to have to rely on guys like Jimenez And we talked about it before. I just felt like that they did a very bad job of putting Minter in a bad position in that game. They had a right-handed heavy lineup just like they did today because Sale was on the mound. Well, they had a right-handed heavy lineup against Max Fried because the lefty was on the mound. And you're asking the closer to be your left-hander. It should have been Jimenez. And honest engine, the 8th inning should have been Pierce Johnson. The 7th, okay, I'll give it to you. Put Minter in there. But after that, it should have been Pierce to Jimenez because they've got a heavy right-handed hitting lineup. And if you looked at their splits, 7 of the guys that were in that 9-man lineup that night hit much better against left-handed hitters. So it comes down to, why the hell are you putting the lefty in there? And that's really just one of those things where I'm not saying Snicker isn't trying to win, but he's not putting his best foot forward. So anyways, Yelton, take some meds, dude. Anyways, Braves win this one 5-2. I'm not going to get in a peeing contest with the keyboard warrior. Braves win it 5-2, and they take the last game of a 3-game set, and they'll head to L.A. to face the Dodgers, and hopefully Yellowton will get it together. But we're going to go ahead and step away from here, and we'll see you Friday night. Good night to everybody, and good luck to all, especially Yellowton. Y'all have a good one.